What is going on? I'm Zedmont. Now we are gonna go through a video that I've tried to make 46 times. So do stick around. This is gonna be very interesting, very educational. You're gonna learn something at the very least. If you hate learning, then it'll be entertaining as well. So do stick around, throw code Zedmont in that shop, and let's get rocking and rolling. Spoiler right here, this is your hint. We're going against Scotty. And you can see those troops in the bottom left-hand corner. We've got one Cryoneer, one Laser Ranger. Jumping into our armory, we're looking... Come on, jumping into the armory. We've got our Flare maxed and our Artillery maxed. Otherwise... Cryoneers are tick 1. They are level 1. Laser Rangers are level 1, tick 1 as well. These results will cross over into warships. I know everyone's pining for season 52. I don't even know if pining's the right word, but we're going to jump in anyways. Beam length. When you upgrade your Cryoneers and your Laser Rangers, you get beam length extension. And this is not a Viagra commercial. This is not Cialis or any of the rest of the things. It's all about the beam length. And these ladies have a significant beam length if you back them up. Now, here's the confusing part. We're going to start out with the confusing bit. If we take that screenshot, it looks like this entire thing is the beam length. Don't be fooled by that. Everything from the Laser Ranger to the building does not matter at all. That is just their range. It doesn't count as their beam length, even though their beam is covering that length, for lack of a better way to describe it. So everything from here backwards is the beam length, and that's going to be the beam length extension. And I was super confused when I kept trying to calculate the beam length, and then it would look like their beam was super long and then super short. So if we flare up next close to that building, all of a sudden their beams are going to appear to be shorter, but they're at the exact same distance past the building. Confusing, annoying. Yup, you got it. So just for clarity, when you upgrade your troops that have beam length, whether it be cryo tanks or laser rangers or cryoneers or whatever the heck else, and by the way, I also did this test because I wanted to see if the beam was longer through defenses than it was through regular buildings. I have tested this more than I care to admit. I have spent hours on this, which is silly and ridiculous, but this didn't make a lot of sense to me, so I wanted to be very clear on what was happening. And you need to have an active flare to do this. Otherwise, what's going to happen is your ladies are going to target something closer to them, and then they're going to look like they have longer beams. So if we pause right about there, 3, 2, 1 now, you'll see that Laser Ranger is going from here, and they are going as far as that. So yes, they are damaging that second stone storage, which means that they've got 3, 6, 9, 12, about at least 13 tiles range. The fact that that back set of buildings is not damaged as much as the front ones means the beam's probably not going all the way through. So we're going to call our Laser Ranger range as 13. Now, our Cryoneers are getting that first building. Let's change colors just to be a little bit clear about the Cryoneers. The Cryoneers are going from there, and they're going back that far. Fairly straightforward. 3, 6, we'll call it 7 for the Cryoneers. That is tick 1 on both of them. And now we are going to retreat, running away. Now both of these ladies go all the way up to rank 11. We're not gonna go every single one because we don't need to. I just refilled my boats even though I didn't want to, so I will barrage the majority of my troops so we can come back with one of each. Muscle memory is a massive problem in Boom Beach when you're trying not to reload your troops. We are gonna instant load upgrade our Cryoneers. You see right about there, beam extension keeps getting longer. They start out with no beam extension, they just have a beam. And then you get them upgraded to tick 5 like we've got right about now. Nope, we're not quite there yet. One more. Our Laser Rangers are now at tick 5, rank 5. They have 4 beam extensions. Now, the beam extension is advertised, like their beam is advertised for Cryoneers as being 3,840. What does that mean? Nobody knows. That's at tick 1. So we're now gonna upgrade all of these Cryoneers in the exact same way, just to see how far these ladies can shoot. And then I'm going to try to do some math to figure out what the heck the game files are even talking about, because 3840 makes 0 sense. Does that mean like the laser is going for 0.38 seconds or something? I have no idea. Couldn't get an answer from the developers, so we're going to have to do this on our own. We have got Laser Rangers at 5, Cryoneers at 5. Notice they both have beam extension of 4. They both get +1 beam extension every single level. And that made no sense to me. Yes, we want our troops to do more damage. We want them to have more health, but beam extension, let's just get into our test and see if that actually translates. But first, we're going to drop all of these ladies right about here, and we're just going to throw a barrage on them, just trying to take out as many of our ladies as we can. And of course, we took out too many on that right-hand side. So did not go quite according to plan, but you know what? Through the magic of the internets, I can always fix that. I told you, we're back to 1 in each boat. Brick's not coming to the party. Let's go. Scotty, beam me up. Scotty, beams, lasers, red shirts, dying, all of the rest of the things. Now, artillery is maxed just so that we don't have to mess around getting rid of rocket launchers, because we want these ladies to be able to shoot as far as they can. And the fact that we're flaring that front building, nice straight line, you see all of a sudden they're going the exact same distance. We've got a tiny bit of damage on that back building, but again, same sort of thing. And this is where I started to get confused and wondering if I was crazy or if I was missing something. You'll notice that we're still shooting that same building. We've still got 3, 6, we'll call it 7 on the Cryoneers, and our Laser Rangers still damaged that same building back there. So if we draw that same line yet again, 3, 6, 9, 12, we'll call it 13. We've got 0 difference in our beam extension. So Supercell, you've got yourselves some splaining to do. Nothing else has been damaged. We've upgraded these ladies. They're supposed to have significantly longer beam length, but nope. And when I say significantly longer beam length, according to the game files, the Cryoneers are supposed to have a 27% longer beam, and the Laser Rangers are supposed to have a 29% longer beam. So we should be shooting farther. Like, it's just not happening. Again, like I said, I've gone in and let's how do we cancel that? Let's go stop. Don't want to get any of these things upgraded or filled. And just to show you that it's not just against those you've spent too much time attacking this player. You can't even do things on the dev build. How frustrating is that, my friends? Thankfully, I've thought this through and have a second account with random characters in the name, just to show you that, yes, they're doing the exact same distance. If we drop these ladies and flare one of the defenses, same deal. We're going to flare them over here and on to there, and then we will get a shock out right about now. You see that it's not going any further. Exact same location for those Laser Rangers. Yes, we're hitting that 3rd flamethrower instead of that second stone storage, but not getting any extra distance whatsoever. So is this a bug? Is this a problem? I don't know. I'll leave it to you guys. Just to make it extra clear, we're going to jump into our armory. We're going to spend all sorts of diamonds on these ladies. Is beam extension broken? Am I misreading this? If you have some other idea of what the heck beam extension is supposed to mean, please do let me know. We are going to max our laser rangers. That is going to take them all the way to level 12. Yes, I know level 5 wasn't quite halfway there, but I guess I just misread the notes and thought that they only went to level 11. Turns out that suck knob goes all the way to 12 for these laser rangers. Now, don't get me wrong, I love me some laser rangers, I love me some cryoneers, and I was almost certain that both of them had longer beams, but it doesn't appear to be the case at first glance. Well, now that we've got them maxed, the laser rangers are supposed to be 47% longer beam. I know that doesn't make any sense. Beam extension goes from 1 to 11 and you only get 47%. Whatever, doesn't matter. Cryoneers are supposed to be 66% farther. They're supposed to shoot like almost, yeah, you guys can do the math. We'll jump in. Let's have a look here and see exactly what happens after we get rid of those rockets, of course. It's amazing how many times I've missed those artillery. Now, flaring onto there. What is going to happen? Uh-oh, we got brick happening. Brick is not right. We got a little bit farther. Look at that. The iron stores have gotten a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of damage. So maybe, just maybe, we've got some new goodness. We'll drop the cryoneers first just to see if maybe, not just maybe, we can get them alive. Oh, there, she's dead. That didn't work quite as well as I had hoped, but nonetheless, we still have this beautiful laser ranger that's going to come in, shoot at a bit of an angle, so we need to move her over. And now you'll see she is doing a tiny bit of damage to that back iron storage. So taken from here, we've got 3, we've got 6, we've got 9, we've got 12, and then she's doing further, folks. She's getting into that 15, about 16 range. Is that 46% farther? Definitely not. I think they're broken. I would love to hear your thoughts on this matter, but definitely not quite advertised. So, is that worth the upgrade? No, definitely not. But at the same time, actually, I wonder if we skip 15 minutes. Look at that. We get 1 cryoneer. That's an easy way to load 1 troop into your boat as opposed to having to load all your boats. So if for some reason you're trying to just get an attack in, you don't have any troops loaded, do consider using those time savers because you don't have to spend all of your diamonds in that case. Pretty tiny little edge case. But those kind of tiny little edge cases are the interesting tidbits of knowledge that I really do enjoy. So now we're going to get our flare on to there. And where is she going to get to? We're a little bit out of an angle. This is why I like to have that 1 up front instead. And look at that. All of a sudden, we've got boatloads more. So before the cryoneer was getting 7. So she was getting 3, 6 into here. Now hers is actually 3, 6, 9, 12, 13-ish. So she actually did get that 46% increase. Before she was shooting 7, now she's shooting 13. I would call that a 46% increase. That is good. Where that was when she was only supposed to be getting 26%, I couldn't tell you. It seems like these things are not working as intended. Do let me know. It would not be the first time we had a bug. The mechs for the first 4 different changes were not shocking their defenses, even though they were supposed to be. They just had that flashlight for the longest time. So in-depth video, not really all that exciting, I know, but hopefully, you know what? Let's see if we can't just do an operation attack with these ladies, shall we? Okay, ribbon cable is my favorite operation attack using these ladies. Way harder than normal though, because typically you don't have 2 sets of rocket launchers. There are no shock blasters, but you know what? That's not going to stop us. Let's just get in. We'll get rid of 1 set of these rockets. and you'll see what I've got planned for those, what is that, those things called? The mechs, shortly. Speaking of troops that were bugged, again, there's very, very much a possibility that I have simply overlooked something. So if you're seeing something that I've forgotten and I'm just being a dumb, that is definitely, definitely a possibility as well. So we are going to get all of those ladies underneath there. Then we're going to drop our mechs. We're going to throw a critter there and a shock about there. And this is when the fun starts to happen. So as soon as that stuff clears, everything just gets absolutely, absolutely decimated. Just because I love to say the word decimated, we are going to keep chucking critters everywhere. Look at this. This is the part that I really, really, really do like about this attack, is getting that second level, getting those mechs to walk in and start shocking that stuff. That is where the fun is for me. Getting those late troops where you're actually getting a ton of value out of those mechs where they're shocking things like the shock launchers and rocket launchers and all the rest of the things. Look how satisfying this is. We have cleared all of the shields. We have cleared everything back here, even with a more difficult ribbon cable. Things going according to plan. Just look how easy that was. They just absolutely crushed that base. Let me know in the comments what you thought about that attack. If you'll be using it, show it to your task force. I betcha they will enjoy it as much as I do. If not, then what the heck are we even doing playing this game? Yes, you could do that with Zookas maybe, or tanks or whatever, but do get those laser rangers and cryoneers involved. Hopefully we can get some answers on those beam lengths, because they seem very, 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 very broken, at least on the laser ranger part. And again, I'll post the stats down in chat. Maybe you guys can make sense of them, but I am not seeing that beam length get any longer until the very, very extreme where all of a sudden it worked. That's all for me though. Do consider throwing code ZMOT in that boost. It does expire. I've got Brawl Stars goodness. Hit me up in the comments if you play Brawl Stars. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm ZMOT. Peace.